Prime Minister, despite your explanation and rationale, the central fact is that you exercise censorship with an iron hand, starting, by the way, with the local media, and then, of course, going to the publications that you discussed here from outside. It seems to me that that smacks of the very communist powers that you abhor. India has a largely free press. India is heterogeneous. India is also Asian. Why do you have so little faith in the ability of your people, so well educated, so little faith in their ability to make intelligent judgments on diversity of ideas, on competing news? Putting it very bluntly, why do you have so little trust in anything but what comes across as dictatorship?
I am breathless at the confidence with which the assertions have been made without any facts whatsoever. There are 3,700 publications, foreign produced, in circulation in Singapore, and a population of 2.5 million. I don't want to go into the intricacies of the Indian media, but I would only like to add that the Indian newspaper editors whom I know and some of whom work in Singapore do not consider that the Indian press is free because they can't buy the newsprint, amongst other reasons, if they get difficult. So it is not that simple and straightforward. When you have a multiracial, multicultural, multilingual situation, not a multiracial but a monolingual, monocultural situation as in the United States, where different groups have joined a majority culture and language, then you have divergent centrifugal forces. Because each language carries with it its own baggage of cultural values, emotive overtones, and worldview. We still have very major newspapers in different languages. The English language newspaper reaches 55, 60% of the population. Not quite, I think, of the population under 35, the educated, English educated population. The Chinese newspaper reaches 70%. That's an overlap. The English reading also reads the Chinese press. The Malay reading is a straight, strong 15%. Tamils too. Each language carries its own overtones. Serbo-Croats go to Australia and they carry out their feuds in Yugoslavia, in Melbourne and Sydney. It takes a long time before they become Australians. We have never tried the free marketplace of ideas, even when the British were in charge, and they didn't have one man, one vote. And I'm not going to run this gauntlet of riots and mayhem. I have been in office for now 29 years. I have won 7 general elections since my first in 1959. I think that qualifies me at least to be able to say that I do know Singapore better than the questioner.